In one of my recent YouTube videos, someone left me a comment and asked me what are my go-to lenses when it comes to in-home newborn photography. So today I am going to be answering that question for them. And if you have any questions for me that you want me to answer in a future YouTube video, I love creating this free content for you guys, and I want it to be as helpful as possible. So if you have any questions or any topics that you want me to cover in future videos, go ahead and leave me a comment on this video, and I would love to create another video just for you on whatever it is you want to learn when it comes to family photography, newborn photography, or just the business side of photography. Anything you want to learn, I am here for you. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about the gear that I use and then what I kind of prefer and what I recommend for other photographers. So I will link all of this in the description below if you're someone who needs to purchase more gear or just is interested in checking any of these things out. Okay, so my primary camera body is my Nikon Z6 III, and I primarily got this camera body for the video capabilities. Now, I have always loved Nikon. I have been with Nikon since I started in photography 10 years ago. I had my first crop sensor when I bought my very first camera, and then upgraded to full frame for when I was a wedding photographer, and then became a family photographer and switched over to mirrorless, still with Nikon all these years later. I love Nikon. So the Nikon Z6 III is amazing for video, and that is why I love this camera body. But if you are someone who just does photos and you're not really interested in learning videography, that's totally fine. I would go ahead and just get the Nikon Z6 II, and that is what I had for a really long time before I started with video, and I actually don't notice any type of quality differences in the photos from the Nikon Z6 II to the Nikon Z6 III, but there is a huge difference in the video quality and the video capabilities in the Nikon Z6 III. So it is really important to make sure that you have a primary camera body and a backup camera body, because if we are charging people money and we are running a business, we need to have backups, right? You can't get to someone's shoot and say, oh, sorry, my camera's not working, we're gonna have to reschedule. That's not a good experience for your clients. It's not very professional. And so we wanna make sure that we always have backups on backups on backups for everything that we do, right? You want to make sure you're getting a camera with dual card slots, and that you have a primary body and a backup camera body, and that you have storage backups, that you've got lens backups, right? And this is not for hobby photographers. This is just for people who are running a business. So you can have a backup camera body that's the same as your primary camera body, or you can have a different camera body like I do, but you just want to make sure that both of your camera bodies are professional quality, that you would be happy to shoot with if you had an emergency and you needed to use your backup camera body. And you also want to make sure that both of your camera bodies have dual card slots. Again, backups are so important. Okay. So when it comes to lenses, for a really long time with my newborn photography, I would use mainly my 50mm lens, and I do in-home newborn photography mainly, sometimes outdoors, sometimes in studio. And just a little side note here, if you want to learn about newborn photography from me, I have tons of free resources like my posing guide and my camera settings cheat sheet for lifestyle newborn photography specifically, and that is going to be linked in the description below. And then I also have an entire course just for learning lifestyle newborn photography, and that is called Lifestyle Newborn Academy, so I will link that in the description below if you want to learn more about newborn photography. Okay, but so for a long time I would just use my 50mm, and that was totally fine. And this is the 50mm 1.8S from Nikkor. I got this one instead of the 1.4 because this one is like sharper, has better quality than the 1.4, and I really don't need the 1.4 aperture. I almost never use that aperture. I almost always shoot at 2.2. And again, if you want to learn more about my very easy system for camera settings, I've got that free camera settings cheat sheet down below. And that specifically addresses my camera settings for in-home newborn sessions. Okay, and so as you may know, if you have shot in-home newborn sessions, sometimes the 50mm is not wide enough, especially if you have a really small home, really small rooms within the home. And so those rare occasions when I would need something wider, I would use my 24mm. And this is from Viltrox, and this is the 24mm 1.8Z. So that was kind of the combo I used for a long time, and that was totally fine. And actually the 50mm is probably my favorite focal length. I find it to be the most versatile. But when I switched over to offering video in addition to photo, I wanted to get the 35mm because I was a little bit too shaky. I don't have very steady hands, I guess. And so my videos looked a little bit too shaky with the 50mm. And so I wanted something wider to make my videos look less shaky. So I got the 35mm, and this is the 35mm 1.8S from Nikkor. And I really like this lens for newborn photography specifically. I would say for families or for anything outdoor, I still prefer the 50mm focal length, but the 35mm is perfect for in-home newborn sessions. I just feel like it's the perfect focal length to like get those close-up shots without it looking distorted, to be able to get those like overhead shots of baby, like when the baby's laying on the bed. And it's also wide enough to get full room shots of most houses. Again, sometimes I still have to switch to my 24mm if it's like a really like tiny house or an exception where it's got like a really small room or something like that. But most of the time my 35mm I find to be perfect. And the focal length is wide, or sorry, the aperture is wide enough that I can get good light into my camera if it is a dark home. So I find, yeah, I almost always just use my 35mm lens now for newborn photography. But again, we want to make sure that we have plenty of backups as business owners. And so I think it's important to make sure you have another lens, even if you have one that you use almost every time. And so whether that be another 35mm or a 50mm or just something so that you would be, again, happy if your primary lens had an issue and you needed to switch to your backups. I promise if you are in business long enough, something will go wrong and you will have to use your backups, whether that be a card corrupts and you've got to use the second card. Or, you know, I was at a wedding one time and I had an issue with my primary camera body and my backup camera body, and luckily I had 3 camera bodies at that time, and so I used my third camera body. And then I was really crazy about backups back when I was a wedding photographer for obvious reasons. And so I also had backups of most of my lenses back then too. And so like I had an issue with my 50mm, but I had a backup 50mm. So anyway, things can and will go wrong, and I recommend as many backups as possible. So if you have any questions about anything that we talked about, any of the gear that I use, go ahead and let me know in the description or in the comments below. And then if you have any questions that you want me to answer for you in a future video, I would be so happy to create a video like this just for you about whatever questions that you have. And go ahead and don't forget to download that free camera settings cheat sheet, my free posing guide for newborn photographers, as well as my my gear list for what kind of gear I use. And then I've also got that Lifestyle Newborn Academy if you want to dive in and learn all about lifestyle newborn photography, like literally everything I know from A to Z, no gatekeeping. Okay, let me know what questions you have, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.